So, now that you've seen the deck, how exactly did it perform? Well, it was actually relatively decent. Through the 4 rounds of Swiss, I went 3-1 and made the top 4. Actually finished third in the end, losing my last round in the Swiss and my top 4 matchup to just snatch steal bullshit. But I'll go through that just a little bit later. I want to focus on the first round, of course, which I went up against Harpies. He went for a first turn soul charge for 4,000, and I just probably followed up with Raigeki, and then basically, that was actually the funny part. I actually had, I made Acid Golem using 2 BAs from the hand, and then just for laughs, well, you would actually see in the end of that game, that was the game that I went Acid Golem and then went for the tour guide for game. That video is going up before this in the decklist video. So you'll know how that game ended. Game 2 was really freaking stupid on my part. I've been up, like I said, I've been up since 1:30 this morning. Well, it is technically the next day now, but I actually had that game, but I scooped just because it did not actually occur to me that I could have easily just, like, basically he had 500 left. All I had to do was summon Seer, ram Seer into Cyber Harpy Lady, and then just get Virgil and attack for game, and then I just completely skipped my mind. My brain did not work anywhere near as effectively as I would like for it to, but, you know, I was dog fucking tired. It was horrible. So I ended up losing that, but I ended up following up the next game with another Raigeki play, and then basically just pushing, and I think it was an OTK. I can't remember for the life of me if it was, but it was 2-1 in the end, and so it was a very comfortable win to me. Then round two was Lightsworns. I was wondering if that was, yeah, round 2 was the Lightsworn matchup. I bricked turn 1, and then we both bricked, but mine bricked harder, and he was actually able to break out of his brick, so we ended up winning that game. Then game 2, I OTK'd him with Double Dante and BLS. Yeah, Double Dante BLS, I think. Yeah, I basically just did that. And then game 3, managed to just run him ragged out of his hand and then just push further for game. I can't remember too much of that matchup, but it was another 2-1 win to me. A comeback win on that occasion, so I was pretty happy that I was able to pull that off. And then round 3, I played against Rockstun. It was a rather interesting thing, because it was basically just trying to store me and stun me for the most part. But I simply put that the Rockstun, it's an interesting thing, but it's still really, really slow, and it was just the fact of the matter. I opened broken both games and was able to just outspeed the deck. It was just sheer speed that got me over the line against that Rockstun deck. So that was a 2-0 win, really easy. Then the 4th and final round of Swiss, I played against Infernoids. And as if they couldn't give me another reason to freaking hate on them, I ended up losing a lot of my shit to their banishing effects, which is really, really stupid, and it's a really cheap strategy setup right there, which is ridiculous. And then coupled with the snatch steal in both games led me to, actually no, he snatch steal won him the match, because it eventually got him the win in both of the games that he won. I was able to push and basically just rip him apart game 2, and he really had nothing, because he had reasoning and then milled a spell card and a Raiden, and I'd called 4, so he got literally nothing out of it, and then I just took the advantage and pushed over for game there. But then game 3, game 3 was when I did the vanities, and he did the creep. He had snatch steal, and ended up winning as a result of that. So, which kind of sucked. So 3-1. I actually had my heart in my mouth when they said there was only 4 rounds, because I thought I wasn't going to make top 4. I did make top 4, and I got against the Satellarknights. I got outmaneuvered. I got out resourced both games. I had Vanity's Emptiness dropped on me. Game 1, I actually had Play It As. My opponent forced my Play It As out because I thought he had Honest, and he just didn't. And so he took that opportunity to snatch steal me, and then I lost that one. And then game two, yeah, he had that plus the Abyss Dweller, so I was basically just dead. And then game two, he had Vanities plus Shadow Mirror, so he just had enough floodgates, and I just could not see the MSTs. I should have sided the Dust Tornadoes in for that matchup, even if it was just for the fact that it is basically 2 additional MSTs for the deck, just a little bit slower. So that was kind of depressing to go really, really well and then just sort of cave in a bit like that. I still got third though, so I still got some store credit, even though the attendance today resulted in only me only getting $5 worth of credit, which is only enough to get like 1 pack, but I didn't bother getting it because I wanted to hang on to it, and if I got more store credit, I could probably use that and whatnot. So it is what it is. I'm still pretty happy with the deck. Obviously going to make some changes between now and Sunday, but those you'll find out come Sunday. So before then, though, I should be at some point in the next day or two having a YouTuber feature match. I'm not too sure if it's going to be actual Skype duel or if it's going to be DN, but I'll be dueling against Dark Magician 84. I will be using my Raccoons most likely, and I believe he's going to be using his Rainbow Neos deck, so that'll be an interesting thing to watch. As for 200 subscribers, I'm still have no idea about that yet. I think I have had a couple of ideas presented to me. I did ask a handful of my Skype friends if they had any ideas, and so I'm still in the process of thinking about that, but it should be out hopefully sooner rather than later. So that's pretty much it for this report. So see you for most likely the feature match.